Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the breaking news of the Dualshock 5. Let's get started. Rumors have been floating around for quite some time about the new Dualshock 5 for the PlayStation 5. Now, there have been some ridiculous rumors and some very believable rumors. Well, just recently, Sony filed a patent for the new Dualshock 5, which really gives us a very good insight as to what it's going to look like. So right beside me is a mock-up of the Dualshock 5 based on the patent images that were filed. So this is a mock-up. It may not be exactly what the DS5 looks like, but a fairly good representation based on what we know. So with a quick glance at this, it's a little hard to see what differs the Dualshock 5 from the Dualshock 4. I'll hold up a Dualshock 4 right beside this controller just for this part of the video here. Now we can see one big difference, and that's right at the bottom of the Dualshock 5. It is rumored that this is going to be a microphone port. So a native built-in microphone port, kind of like an AI assistant. That's the speculation right now, that will be integrated within this controller. So if the speculation about the microphone and AI holds true, then you can use your controller in new and exciting ways. Something like, hey Sony, boot up Gears of War, and then Gears of War boots up on the PS5. Alternatively, it may be able to be used as a microphone in-game. So you could say something like, get wrecked, noob, and then your opponent would definitely hear you saying something stupid. Now, if you're wondering where that image came from, I'm going to leave a link to absolutely everything in the description below. But this came from Video Games Chronicle. So what they did is they took the patent images and made it into a real looking controller. So if we scroll down just a little bit here, they've also done something great. There is a comparison between the Dualshock 4 and the Dualshock 5. So if we take a look between the two controllers, you can see they are very similar with some notable differences. Some of the notable differences that I see right off the bat: the Dualshock 5 looks slightly taller, the hand grips look a little different, the touchpad looks bigger, on the back of the controller there is no more light bar, and the joysticks also look slightly shorter. Lastly, I also see on the bottom of the controller there is no more groove. So this groove here that is also reflected at the bottom of the light bar is no longer. It's just a flat, smooth surface straight across on the Dualshock 5. There's a great page here. It's a forum with a bunch of awesome members who are dissecting the heck out of this controller. I will leave a link to this in the description below because I really think it's worth a visit. So Go Freak here, for example, has matched up the controllers, the Dualshock 5, right on top of the Dualshock 4. And then another user by the name of Miniature Kaiju has recolored the controller so you can see the big difference between the DS5 and DS4 when they're lined up on top of each other. So if you want to know the latest info on the DS5 or what they've broken down in even further detail, definitely check out this forum. Now, the big differences between the DS5 and DS4, for what we haven't talked about yet, have already been released by Sony. So the big things here are going to be adaptive triggers. So the tension in the triggers will be different based on what you're doing. For example, if you're pulling a bowstring, it will get harder to pull the trigger down as you approach the edge. So as you're about to fully engage the trigger, it will get harder. There will be resistance there, and apparently that will change based on what you're doing and game to game. On top of that, there will be USB-C, so it is USB-C for fast charging. And lastly, there will be no more rumble feature. It is going to be haptic feedback, very similar to the Nintendo Joy-Cons. Anyways, that's all I've got for today. So if you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't like the video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Let me know what you think about this DS5 news in the comments below. Thank you, everyone. Take care.